Welcome to the 2019 Ohio State football season. We're going to take some road trips, and we're going to start with Ohio Stadium, built in 1922, the horseshoe, the house that Harley built. The Buckeyes open against Florida Atlantic there. Seating 105,000 strong. On to Indiana, 225 miles to the west, noon kickoff, Memorial Stadium. They call it the Rock. I call it the Concrete Block. It's not much going on there. It's one of the uglier stadiums. I'm sure they love it, but it's not a whole lot to look at. 53,000, opened in 1960. Buckeyes have not lost in Bloomington since 1988. Heading to Nebraska, Lincoln Memorial Stadium, another Memorial Stadium, nicknamed the Sea of Red, built in 1923 for $450,000. That's it. Current seating, 85,448. They've sold out an NCAA record 368 consecutive games, a streak that dates to 1962. When that stadium's full, it holds more people than all but two Nebraska cities, Omaha and Lincoln. Coming back to Ohio Stadium for the Michigan State game, a night game. The Buckeyes are 15-5 at home all time in night games at the Shoe. The Sparty, that's going to be a big game. Could be a trap game. We'll see. The first night game Ohio State history was 1985. Then we head to Northwestern, big city, small little program in some ways. You go to the Windy City, and they are going to play the Wildcats in Ryan Field, formerly Dyke Stadium, until it was renamed in 97. It only seats 47,000. It sometimes feels like a high school game, and opened in 1926. Beautiful view, see Lake Michigan in the distance, but it's kind of Chicago's version of a Big Ten team. Off to Rutgers, the Big Apple, but not really. The core of the Big Apple is Manhattan, New York City. This is sort of 40 miles southwest of the city in SHI Stadium, formerly Rutgers Stadium, in Piscataway, New Jersey. It seats 52,000. It opened in 1994. Interestingly enough, the first intercollegiate football game was Rutgers versus Princeton. It was played in College Avenue Gymnasium. It's kind of, people would say maybe that the Scarlet Knights are still sort of an early college football team. All right, then to the Big House, where Ohio State will play Michigan. It's the largest stadium in the U.S., second largest in the world, holds 107,000, built in 1927. Every home game since 1975 has drawn at least 100,000 people. They've also had NHL Winter Classics, Real Madrid versus Man U. Before 1968, the policy of no women or children on the field. What in the world? They finally changed that. It is the game. It is a biggie. We'll see what happens. A lot will be on the line if the Buckeyes win that game. Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis for the Big Ten championship game. They will play maybe Nebraska, maybe Wisconsin. We'll see. A lot has to happen. Does Justin Fields stay healthy for the Buckeyes? If he doesn't, maybe they don't get there. If he stays healthy, plays well, they got a real good shot of making it to Indy. If they make it to Indy and make the playoff, one of two possibilities: they would either play at the Peach Bowl in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, or they would play in the Fiesta Bowl at the University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. If they win that game, it's on to the big one, the championship game, the college football playoff national championship game in New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Catch some crawfish etouffee, visit Café du Monde for some beignets, maybe the Buckeyes. If it's Alabama, could be Clemson, could be other teams, but probably those two are likely. The whole enchilada, the whole etouffee collected in Nolans.